Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, Life Mike. So I'm pretty much see my last stream at, okay, this stupid shit I seen, okay, everybody always tries to make some stipulations of something occurring, right? Whether what, people know what happens when things happen, regardless about, people think that it was some false illusion behind what occurred, right? So it's about a person crashed their car, came knock on a guy's door, and a guy came out and fucking scared old guy and killed the woman. Okay, I mean, in the middle of the night. Okay, the woman was drunk, crashed her car, and I just came across all these other shit. Right? 'Cause I thought I'm trying to really be on the black people side, the minorities. Their fucking side about the whole racial thing, and the dude racist about it, and well, he's doing it because minorities and these things. I'm like, nah, it's not about race, man. When I just read this part of it, how can it be about race? I really wanted to think dude just overreacted, but how would they know this if dude didn't know this, right? It's like he teleported in his house right when she was about to knock on it and blew her brains out, but he wasn't prepared for that, right? Okay, the murder of Rashina Bride. A 19-year-old black woman this occurred on November 2nd, 2013 in Dearborn Heights, Michigan, United States. Rashina McBride crashed her car at a street in Detroit and then walked to a neighborhood in Dearborn Heights where she knocked on the door of a house. The homeowner Theodore Walker shot McBride with a shotgun. See, look, wait. There's way more that happened between the point that she crashed a car at a street and then ended up fucking wherever the fuck, right? Well, I'm gonna make a goddamn perfect point. Waffer contended his shooting was accidental, that he thought his home would be broken into after he heard a bang on his door at 4:42 in the morning. It's dark outside. No one knows what the fuck's going on. The shooting prompt, some claimed her death was racial profiling. Can't be racial profiling. It would be considered accidental racial profiling because the woman crashed her car and was looking for help. So that's accidental. It would be considered accidental racial profiling, not racial profiling. Because racial profiling would have to be a person's going out and do something racist with an intent to commit something racial behind it first. Like, you get what I'm saying? It just has to work that way. There's no other way it works that way. If not, you negate that whole situation about it. He was convicted of second-degree murder on August 7th, 2014, and received a sentence of 17 and 32 years in prison. Shortly before 1 a.m. on November 2nd, 2013, McBride crashed her car at Marlboro Majestic in Detroit or wherever. A 911 caller reported that the woman had been speeding down the street, struck a parked car, got out the vehicle, and then left on foot. Okay, this person's acting already fucking crazy, right? This is facts. We're talking about the minority, the person that they're saying it's racial thing occurred to. Police initially considered the accident a low priority, so no officers were immediately dispatched. Police initially considered the incident a low priority. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna reread that. McBride crashed her car at Marlboro Majestic on west side of Detroit. A 911 call reported a woman was speeding down the road, struck a parked car, got out the vehicle, and left on foot. That sounds insane in general. Police initially considered the incident a low priority, so no officers were immediately dispatched. So the cops didn't give a fuck, and she ended up getting her brains blown out 5 to 10 minutes later? What? No, wait a minute. That's not what happened. Actually, something else actually happened right after that. Just another reason why it's not considered racial profiling or people hating against minorities or whatever that's retarded stuff is. Okay. MS arrived on the scene, but okay, wait. It says dispatch. 40 minutes later, another called a police incident of a driver had returned. That the driver returned. Okay, so she went back to her car? What the fuck? Wait. 40 minutes later, another call was placed indicating the driver had returned. EMS arrived on the scene, but McBride had again walked away from the scene and was not treated. Huh? I just didn't even know that. What the fuck? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I looked at this whole thing way long time ago. Some chick crashed her car around the corner from Dude's house. The first thing she did, this is like a fucking, some type of conspiracy. There's no way that actually happened. Because I read this a long time ago. The woman crashed her car around a dude's house, walked up to his house. That's the only thing that occurred. He blew her brains out, shot her head with a regular handgun. Now this shit's magically saying a shotgun and all this time period, and the police came and dispatched. Okay, this shit's crazy. I don't know. This is weird. I don't ever remember this being in it. Unless this is something part of it that I think it's believing too much that it was a racial thing. Made it seem like the dude just instantly wanted to kill her. Like his mission was to do it. And it really not, man. Like, I think it's like she completely was drunk or on drugs and got half her brain blown out, and they couldn't test the brain cells for that crack. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I mean, I don't know, shit, man. I mean, fuck. Minorities will do whatever they want in that regard because they're them. They feel they have to rebel against the system anyway. It's just simply that construct. It's what hip hop teaches. Hey, okay, I'll read that again. Remember, she ends up with half her head missing. You get what I'm saying? A shotgun blast, half her head missing. Look. Okay, 40 minutes later, another call was placed indicating the driver had returned. EMS arrived on the scene to help her. But she had again. Oh my god, let me read that again. She had again she didn't walk away. She had again walked away. Wikipedia, look it up. From the scene and was not treated. That means they confirmed that incident. So, the owner of the parked car who encountered McBride and called him told the police that McBride was discombobulated and appeared to be in a confused state and not knowing where she was and not be able to give a phone number or anything. That's because it's drugs, man. She's drunk, or she's really drunk. You don't get really drunk and crash your car. You know what I'm saying? And then you go around that. Then you got a person. This person said he was trying to ask her questions. She was unable to give a phone number or anything. Because she's like, hey, the person got on the course saying, hey, you got a phone number or something? And she wasn't able to give a phone number. But another thing is that if she wasn't able to give a phone number or anything, then how come on the other report I was saying it said that she wasn't able, her battery had died in her phone? If her battery had died in her phone, then she knew not to give her number out in the first place. She would just said her phone died. So that one goddamn thing, dude's not guilty of goddamn murder. He's accidentally being racial profiled under an accidental thing of him taking out half a minority's head with a shotgun, and it being literally legit. He's defending himself because she's some drunk fuck faggot that is, not faggot, minority person that is, shouldn't be causing whatever the fuck to happen, because that's basically how it works in reality of society. You don't go fucking call. She did a bunch of retarded stuff. It ended up with a dude trying to get this person off his fuck porch with a fuck shotgun. You know what I'm saying? So, continue. The owner of the park. Okay, shortly before 2:42 a.m., McBride was shot by homeowner Theodore Paul Wafer, 45, on the porch of Dearborn Heights home, more than 3 hours after she crashed her car about a mile away. Remember, mile away. Wait, they said that it was because she knocked on her door to seek help. So why was... That makes no goddamn sense. So now I'm starting to believe that the woman was just drunk, because she was, and on drugs, and someone tried to help her. The EMS tried to help her. They couldn't get to her. They seen her. They seen it. She got back, and seen it. She just left the scene. And then the parked car, She went back to her car to park. And then the guy said it was there, couldn't get nothing out of her. And then I'm pretty sure the person asked if she was okay. She wasn't too physically hurt because I'm pretty sure the person would have noticed if she was physically harmed or not. And that's real. Continue. It's unclear what's doing for the 3 hours. That's another thing. Shortly before 4:42 a.m., McBride was shot by homeowner Theodore Walfer, 54, on the porch of his Dearborn Heights home. More than 3 hours after she crashed her car about a mile away. Sadie Walfer opened his door and fired a shotgun blast through the screen door, hitting McBride in her head. God damn. I mean, stay the fuck away. Don't goddamn get drunk. Took that goddamn head off. Goddamn shit's insane, dude. But look, it says this. It's unclear why McBride. It is still unclear what McBride was doing during the 3 hours between the crash and the fatal shooting. So that means that's a real goddamn long time. That's enough time to fucking have a concert. That's enough time to go to an ICP concert and leave and get home. That's how much goddamn time happened. And EMS showed up. The police knew about it. And the person tried to help her that she crashed her car into. And then you're going to say it's about some goddamn racial profiling because some guy took out a shotgun and is confused why some fuck minority, or not even a minority, it's dark outside. He'd even opened his screen door, and it's probably he just seen a person outside and blasted a shotgun through it and fucking was trying to help himself. You know what I'm saying? He's self-defense. Self-defense is. I mean, he doesn't know and understand what's going on. Let me say it again. He doesn't understand what's going on, man. For real. So, it's unclear what she's doing for the 3 hours. I'm going to read that again because people can't understand that. I'm still trying to understand this one. Maybe I got to look up more information on what was occurring within the 3 hours. It's unclear what McBride was doing for the 3 hours between the crash and the fatal shooting. So that means she's either drunk or got sober or was high on something or is continuing to be high on something, because obviously that the EMS seen that she wasn't too physically harmed, and the person who got caught in a wreck with the parked car and knows she wasn't physically harmed much at all. This all draws back to the person that's completely normal and focused and not doing anything wild or crazy, you know, that they understand the next steps of life. Her family states that she was looking for help. It is unclear what McBride was doing for 3 hours of craft fatal shooting. Her family, however, states that she was looking for help after. Oh, I don't get that. Her family. Her family, however, states that she was looking for help after coming to sworn out by the crash, which she may have sustained a head injury. Wafer essentially stated to the police that he thought his home was being broken into and he accidentally fired his shotgun, his 12-gauge shotgun. Whether he fired it accidentally or not, I mean, there's still a person on his front porch. He don't understand what's going on. Because he's trying to defend himself, regardless if it actually went off or not. I mean, no one cares about it. If that trigger went off. I mean, no one cares. This is simple as that. Accidentally. I mean, I'm accidental, man. Like nothing. It's crazy, man. I mean, what word shit. On November 15, 2013, the Wade's prosecutors announced a decision to prosecute Wade for second-degree murder, manslaughter, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felon. Faced a maximum possible sentence of life in prison for second-degree murder and a 15 years for manslaughter and additional 2 years for the felony gun charge. A trial began on June 14th, was found guilty of all three charges August 7th. On September 3rd, Wafer was sentenced. He received 15 to 30 years for second-degree murder and a mandatory 2-year sentence for felony firearm charge. McBride's death is one of several protests by the Black Lives Matter movement. It's not even. It's one of several deaths. That's like that's the main death they don't want in the Black Lives Matter movement. Unfortunately, that would make them look extreme. It would mess up that this case I just explained to y'all would make Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown's deaths look like they're just piece of shit. It's just simple as that, man. Really listen to what I said in this video. That's 3 hours. Two people went to go help, and police knew. Thank people